That'd be great. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please come forward toward the sound stage. And join the Benjamin School Upper School Band and Chorus as they perform our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, our head of school, Mr. Bob Goldberg.
Thank you so very much for being here. I think the wind has subsided, so all powers are with us. I want to welcome all of you. Thank you for joining us on this afternoon for such an important moment in the history of the Benjamin School. I want to make special note and offer my tremendous appreciation to the former board members, the former members of our Board of Trustees who have been here before and now allow us to build upon their fine work. So thank you very much, members of the Board of Trustees, for being here with us this afternoon to celebrate the foundation of your wonderful work so that we could move forward. Chief among these individuals is our co-founder, Mrs. Nancy Benjamin. Now, if you would hold your applause just for a minute, I am going to ask Mrs. Benjamin to stand, and she is to your right in the corner. Mrs. B is standing at a time when I want to recognize her as the sole individual here this afternoon, bar none, without whom there would be no Benjamin School. Thank you, Mrs. B. Most of you are aware that we've embarked upon a $40 million capital campaign to complete the upper school campus and bring a new level of excitement to our campus in North Palm Beach. We're here today, in case you were wondering, to celebrate the first of several new additions to program that the Leaps and Bounds campaign will make happen for us. We symbolically break ground this afternoon on the first project, marking the first step in the campaign to build excellent facilities for all of our students and faculty and provide endowments that will support short and long-term funding for both faculty and for student financial aid to attend this school. Today, we break ground for Benjamin Hall, the new hub of activity at TBS. Here with us are representatives from the lower school, the middle school, and the upper school. And they are to your left, and maybe they would raise a hand or two to identify themselves. Thank you for participating on site with us today. Mrs. Quaid, Mr. Hagee, Mr. Bockham, along with your student council representatives. Again, thank you for your attendance. All All of our students and faculty, as a matter of fact, are either here with us on this campus or watching this ceremony live in the Barker Performing Arts Center or in classrooms on our other campus. We are also joined by alumni, parents, grandparents, and friends watching via a live stream feed on the internet. So this is a very special day for the Benjamin School. We are all linked together today in a way that this new facility will bring all members of our school community together. We will come together in celebration of all that we do here at the Benjamin School, the lower school, students and parents, the middle school students and parents, and the upper school students and parents. So where you are seated today, in fact, becomes the hub of TBS activity in the future. It will be a formal meeting place, an informal spot to gather, an educational space. It will host the finest school theater and auditorium in Palm Beach County. And I want to say that again. It will host the finest school theater and auditorium in Palm Beach County. Ladies and gentlemen, here with us today, I present you the first step in our Leaps and Bounds campaign, Benjamin Hall.
Please join me in welcoming the Benjamin School Dazzlers.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it, you gotta do that conga beat. Shake your body, baby, do that conga.
Well, thank you, Dazzlers, and thank you, Chorus. Belated thank you to the Chorus. It's my extreme pleasure, and I have no notes because this comes very much from the heart. My extreme pleasure to invite Mr. Tom Rooney, Congressman Tom Rooney, to the microphone. You may know, I hope you know, that he's an alum of the Benjamin School. He has made this school proud during his attendance and certainly throughout his already I would say that his already illustrious career as a U.S. Congressman. We certainly hope to have Congressman Rooney back to the school someday when he makes his whirlwind tour politically. His children are with us at one point. It was sad for us to lose the family, but we are thrilled each and every time he agrees to allow us to honor him here at the Benjamin School. And he is here with us today, as I say, Congressman Tom Rooney.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for everybody for allowing me to come speak. And certainly this is not about honoring me. This is about honoring Mr. Benjamin and Mrs. Benjamin for this hall that we're commemorating today. And I think that it's appropriate that all the students are here to witness it. For before you know it, you'll be back here 25 years later, and you'll see just how awesome and great this experience today is. I want to also thank the Board of Trustees, both present and past, the teachers, some of which I visited with earlier, the staff, and the coaches for all you do to prepare these students for the world ahead. And to the students, I want to say, some of you I've met before that have come to visit me in Washington, D.C. Those of you that have been up to Washington to visit me, raise your hands. All right, that's good. So thank you, Coach Molnix, for bringing them up. Keep them coming, and it's my pleasure to show Washington to you when you're up there. But one message I want to have to the students, and it'll all come together hopefully at the end of my very brief speech, that you need to most of all thank your parents for putting you in this school, for allowing you to experience the things that not only Benjamin Hall and the Benjamin School will allow you to experience, but for the education you get, for the athletics you get to experience, and for becoming young men and women of men and women, to become the best of the best and really have opportunities that not very many kids have. And so whatever, I know things could get stressful and some of you are getting ready to go to college, but whatever opportunity you have to just thank your parents for giving you the groundwork that you need by sending you to school, you should do that. My dad is here, speaking of parents, and he has helped in part or in a larger way put 11 Rooneys in the Benjamin School at one time or another. Now, I don't know if that's the most, but I'm sure the Nicholases are close to that, and I know the Ponce's are as well. And speaking of Ponce's, I know we're streaming live to the lower school, so Jack Ponce, who I think is in the 8th grade, happy birthday. Your dad told me to say that. And also streaming to the lower school, which was the upper school when I went to Benjamin. My nephew Anthony is I think in the 7th grade there, Anthony Rooney, and my niece Franny Rooney. Is Franny here? I love you, Franny. So when I was at Benjamin, I was an average student at best, as Dr. Taylor can attest to. I was an average athlete, but I played 3 sports. And I was good enough at those sports that it taught me a lot about sportsmanship and leadership and teamsmanship. And I was also a very below average, I don't know if you want to call me an actor, but I was in the 11th grade school play, which there'll be a lot of plays in this new hall that I think will be great for kids to sort of expand their horizons. And I was not allowed on stage, but I was the voice of the school plant, or the plant in Little Shop of Horrors. I don't know if you know this play, but there's a plant that talks and sings. It's kind of a musical. And because I had the deepest voice in my class, I was asked to be the plant. So this is what I had to do. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. See, it's still really bad. Thank you. But all of this has laid the groundwork for who I am today and for a lot of my friends that are alumni that Benjamin provided. I'm a U.S. Congressman. I don't know if I'm the first elected official that's graduated from this school, but in the 25 years since I've been at Benjamin, I think that I'm the only federal candidate that's been elected. I also was an Army captain, and I also ran a shelter in Palm Beach County for abused and neglected children for 2 years. So those experiences definitely were laid here at Benjamin. I don't tell you this to give you my resume, although if you're looking for a civics teacher, I'd be interested in talking with you about that. After everything that you see going on in Washington. But I say this because I want to let you know that I was always ready. I was never intimidated, and I never felt overmatched. I never felt like I was in a situation that I couldn't handle or I couldn't do my best to try to explain to people or show people why I was either qualified or why I should be at least considered. And Benjamin School gave me that confidence, and the athletics and the education that I got here gave me the ability to never be in a situation as I grew and as I applied for jobs and went to colleges where I didn't feel like I could at least compete. And so that, again, is another reason why you need to thank your parents, thank your teachers and your coaches for everything that you have. I cannot stress enough how important it is and how much better you have it than most people. But most of all, I want to thank Mrs. Benjamin and Mr. Benjamin, who I was blessed enough to meet, for everything that they've given all of us out here today and at the lower school, and for continuing to give by again, expanding this school with this great new hall. So thank you again for inviting me, and God bless.
Thank you, Congressman Rooney. At this time, we'd like to direct your attention to the front of the stage for our ceremonial groundbreaking presentation. I'll introduce our participants to you as they don their hard hats and get their shovels ready. Come on.
So Joe comes after this.
Joining us in the ceremony are three former presidents of the Benjamin Schools Board of Trustees, Marianne Gold, Dan Stanton, and John Thomas. Current President of the Board of Trustees, Joe O'Connor. Current Trustee and Campaign Chair, Ray Graziato. BPA President, Stephanie Klein. Performing Arts Director, Sarah Salivar. Alumni Council President, Jason Pierman. Alumnus and Distinguished Speaker, Congressman Tom Rooney. And representing our students in lower, middle, and upper schools, Student Council President, Ellie Jameson. If you could stand facing the audience. And our head of school, Mr. Bob Goldberg. Sorry, Bob. Dr. Nagy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Nagy and the Upper School Band. Our final speaker today, I'm happy to introduce to you, is the President of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Joe O'Connor.
Good afternoon. Turk said I have only 3 minutes, but I've got the mic, you know? So thank you, Turk. This is a great day for Benjamin, and it's due to the hard efforts of many, many people. But before, I'm up here to thank people, really. And before I do that, I was asked a couple of questions out in the field here. And first I want to say, I don't know why my wife and my kids were all laughing at me when we were trying to lift up that dirt, but it was terribly disconcerting to tell people to pull your hat down and stuff like that. But I guess it's appropriate. I have a big head. Not so smart head, but a big head. But in any event, a couple of questions I was asked that might be, I think, informative is, when did this all come about? And a lot of people don't know that this was planned when the original high school was built. When the high school was planned 13 years ago, this was the first part of the expansion plan for the high school. Then moving on to a gym, a varsity house, an aquatic complex, all planned for these fields that you see right here. Logical second question is, where are we going to park when we have overflow crowds? Well, you're not going to be parking here anymore, okay? We're figuring that out, and it'll work down as we move down towards the progression of the development for the final development of the high school. And the third is, what is really the scope of this building? And it's hard to get a feel for it, but if you walked in the front entrance, you'd be up the sidewalk at this end of the field. And the back end of this building connects to this building. The auditorium is larger than EC Theater. The student union area will hold 250 to 300 people. So it can perform a lot of different functions that we really haven't been able to do. Exams, lectures, a lot of things that have held in the gym that really doesn't work very well for those purposes. So I hope that's informative. I'm really up here to thank people. And first, the Board of Trustees, both the existing and past trustees, voted approval of this in last May, and we're underway. When will it be done? I'm told that this time next January, in 12 months, you'll be sitting in this building, sitting right here. Which to me is astounding, which is fabulous. Hopefully we'll have the variety show here next year. I hope so, but we'll see. The people I need to thank, the trustees, the donors, who've been so generous here. And some of these donors don't even have kids at the school anymore. And I remember one great trustee saying a few years ago when we started the private part of this campaign, saying, you know, my child won't be here when this is built and won't get to utilize it. But we had a lot of people who 10 years ago spent a lot of time, work, and effort to make this campus a reality. And my child benefited from that. So it's important to pass that on through the generations as we go ahead. And that's a great attitude, I think. It's a great attitude and a great statement by that trustee. The trustees have done a tremendous amount. The donors. We still haven't gotten to the public phase of the campaign, and we've raised the money to start this building, which is fabulous. You take a look at all the people that have contributed here. The administration, Frank Cavalieri, making sure we have money to complete it, you know, things like that, the small things. But I think we all know when we look at any school like Benjamin, and Benjamin, as Bob said earlier, is growing by leaps and bounds, and its reputation is growing every day. It's not a composite just of buildings. It's a composite of a lot of things. It's a composite of the faculty, the administration, the students, the ethos, what we stand for as a school, the academic, the cultural, the athletic facilities we have are helpful. But it's really the faculty and the students that make this a school and make it as good as it is. And so when I go through this, I really want to thank also Bob Goldberg. I'm sure I will be remembered as a person that was lucky enough to be chairman of the board when Bob was here full-time as head of the school. So thank you, Bob. I mean, it's been incredible. So in summary, I want to thank all of you. I look forward to having you at the opening ceremony approximately 1 year from now. Thank you all for coming and for all of your help in making this a reality. It started. Thank you.
Our ceremony will conclude with the upper school chorus singing the alma mater under the direction of Dr. Alexander Nagy.
When the sun breaks free of the sea and dawn comes again, my alma mater fends me, beloved Benjamin, like a ray of shining light, welcomes me back home. Keep us in sight throughout the night, sweet Benjamin, her own. Nestled 'neath
Thank you. This concludes our program. Thank you for joining us as we kick off Leaps and Bounds, the campaign for the Benjamin School. A few quick notes. To my right over here are refreshments, cookies, some renderings of the building that you might want to take a look at. We also have copies of a fantastic piece that was done by the Far Side staff. Please be sure to pick one up. Information about the campaign and about Benjamin Hall. And those of you, we'd like to have the trustees, the BPA leadership, the alumni council, members of the student body, and student councils to please come forward so we can take some pictures. Thanks very much. Have a great day.